Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the classes now. Today we'll continue our lesson about the sound of music. We were talking about Evelyn Glennie, and in our previous class we talked about she was going for an audition in the Royal Academy of Music, prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and she was standing on the platform and she was quite nervous and excited. She could feel the vibration of the approaching train. This shows that she was very much sensitive to the vibrations. So that was just an introduction, and it was her sheer hard work that made her the perfect musician. So now we'll talk about this today. There are 7 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll discuss about it, and we'll go through one by one. Okay? Now, class 9 English, the sound of music. Number 1. Evelyn's loss of hearing was gradual. Gradual means slowly. Her loss of hearing was very slow. It was noticed by her mother when she was 8 years old. When she was 8 years old, her mother noticed her because while playing the piano, her name was called, and Evelyn Glennie, he stood there as if she did not hear anything. And at the time, her mother, Isabel Glennie was her name, her mother's name. She thought that Evelyn must have not heard. I think she did not hear. That's why she stood there. She just noticed that when she was 8 years old, her mother noticed. Number 2, her mother, Isabel Glennie, thought she had not heard her name when called. To play the piano, her name was called, and her mother thought that she did not hear. That was all. But it was noticed by her mother when she was 8 years old. Now we go to number 3. Evelyn managed to conceal. Conceal means hide. Somehow she managed to conceal her deafness from her friends and teachers and her parents and so on. Evelyn knew that she could hear less. Every passing year or every time, she used to hear less and less, but she concealed that deafness from her friends and teachers. She never told the truth to her friends and teachers or her parents about her loss of hearing. She managed for some time. But by the time she reached 11 years old, that means 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 years, she managed to conceal. By the time she reached 11 years old, her grade means the result, the marks. Her marks came down. Gradually her grade came down. She was doing worse, bad to worse. Her grade came down, and finally the headmistress of the school, advised her mother. Headmistress called her mother in the school office and advised her mother to take her to the specialist. The headmistress advised Glennie's mother, Isabel Glennie, to take Evelyn to a specialist. I think she could not hear properly. That's why you must take to the specialist. Her mother was advised. Number 5, it was discovered that after an appointment with the specialist discovered that her deafness was due to the gradual nerve damage. Due to gradual nerve damage, it was the cause of the loss of hearing, and the specialist advised Evelyn's mother that she should be fitted with hearing aid and she should be admitted in the school for the deaf. The specialist advised that she should wear hearing aid. Hearing aid means a small instrument or a gadget to put it in the ear so that the sound can be magnified and she could hear. She should wear hearing aid, aid means help, and sent to a school for a deaf. She should be sent or admitted in the school where deaf children study. After hearing this, her mother was very sad. Not only that, Evelyn, since she was 11 years old, she could think a little bit. Everything seemed dark for Evelyn. Evelyn, she was quite nervous. She thought that now how will I become a good musician like this way when I cannot hear? So everything seemed, see means look like, everything seemed dark for Evelyn because her ambition was to become a good musician. Number 6, she was not going to give up, but she was not like any other ordinary girl. She was determined. She had a strong willpower. So she was not like any other student. She was not going to give up. Give up means lose hope. She was determined. She made up her mind to lead a normal life like any other children. She decided that I will do my work in the best possible way and I will definitely become a good musician, a perfect musician, and pursue her interest in music. Pursue means go after, chase, continue her music, interest in music. She is not going to give up. She was not like that any other girl. She had already made up her mind that she will become a perfect musician and one of the most famous musicians in the world. So she had made up her mind before, and the loss of hearing could not deter her interest. So she determined that I will continue my normal life and I will go after and keep on practicing and become a good musician. She decided that. It was her willpower and the courage to face the difficulties that made her a great musician. Now we'll talk about number 7. She noticed a girl. One day in the school she noticed a girl playing the xylophone. She was playing the xylophone and she decided to try by herself. And she decided to play too. While she saw the girl was playing the xylophone, she wanted to play because she was interested in music. She wanted to give a hand. She wanted to try. But other teachers said, no, Evelyn, you cannot do it. You are deaf, you cannot do it. The other teachers discouraged her. That was the saddest part. The teachers should not discourage her. Instead, they should encourage her. But here, just the opposite happened. The teachers discouraged her and said that you cannot play. It is not up your, you cannot do it. You cannot play. So, the teachers discouraged her. Then how come she became a good musician then? There was somebody else who really helped her, and that the name was Ron Forbes. He was a drummer, and Ron Forbes, he taught her to feel the music. We'll talk in our next classes. Ron Forbes played an important role in her life, and really he helped her. Without Ron Forbes, she would not have been a good musician. So now we'll talk about Ron Forbes and how he helped her to feel music and what did he do. All these things we'll talk in our next class. But right now you copy these points and you go through it and learn at home. So now there are 7 points. Loss of hearing was gradual, and her deafness was noticed when she was 8 years old, and her mother thought that she did not hear the name when she was called to play the pan. And her deafness was clarified or became confirmed when she was 11 years old, and because her grade was coming down, and the headmistress advised her mother Isabel Glennie to take her to the specialist, and the specialist again advised her to use hearing aid as well as to admit her in a school for the deaf. So then Evelyn, she thought that her life would come to an end like this way. How can she become a good musician? So everything seemed dark for Evelyn, and later on she was not that kind of girl who can easily give up, and because she was determined and had the will and the courage, and she tried to lead a normal life as well as she wanted to practice and become a good musician. So, but at that time she noticed a girl in the school, she noticed a girl playing the xylophone, and she wanted to give it a try. And the teachers discouraged her, saying that you cannot play like this way because you cannot hear, how can you play? So in this way things happen one after another. So now we are on the first stage of this story. Now the second stage of the story is how she learned how to feel the music and became perfect. So who played an important role? That I told you the name, Ron Forbes, and he did something, and how he taught, we'll talk about in our next class. So that's all for today. Now we'll meet in the next class, and I hope you are learning at home. Do your regular studies every day. You ask your friend also to go through this, because many of the students, they are not reading at home, I hope, because I can see the views, how many views they have, the video has been seen. So you must advise your friends or ring them up so that they can read, because when the class continues, we'll have to continue this. We cannot start from the beginning, it will be too late. So advise your parents, friends also to go through these lessons. Every day we'll be doing something more and more. So that's all for today, and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you for watching the video. So now you can copy this out, take the screenshot, and on the offline you can read it out, copy it out. So online you can listen, but offline to copy it out, you take the screenshot. That's all. Now for today we'll meet in the next class. Thank you very much for watching.